Awesome. All right. Hello, my lovely babes, and welcome to another episode of Brazen Ways with Jenna Blaze. I am your host, Jenna Blaze, and we have a really special guest today. This is Steven Danilo. Hello, Steven. How are you?
Oh, I'm still. Are you? Is it rolling?
Oh, yeah. No, we're totally. No worries. We're totally. Yeah.
I'm still
we're good.
getting my stuff together.
Your sound good? Everything good?
Yeah, I mean it sounds good. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello,
there we
world.
go.
Can you hear me, world? Hello.
Yeah, they're out there. It's happening. Okay, cool.
Oh, that's not gonna work.
Okay, so I'm gonna just do the introduction. I want our audience to know who we're talking to right now. This
Sure.
is Steven Danilo. Danilo, is that Spanish?
No.
Okay, well, sounded Spanish. Anyways, Steven is a former novelist, you guys, and you know exactly what novel he wrote. Huge world phenomena, Valleywoodland. Valleywoodland.
Yes.
About 7 years ago, Steven?
I'm not a former novelist. I'm a novelist because I wrote that.
Of course. I'm
and
sorry.
It was 4 years ago. It was in 2028.
Okay, great. So I wanted to actually talk a little bit more about the story and a little bit about your inspiration when it comes to, this beautiful, beautiful novel, right? The character of Freddie Vengo. How did you come up with that?
I got the idea for Freddie. If you think of just if you think of like your everyday average movie character that is like pretty much he's a hero, but he kind of does what needs to be done, but he's more of the concept of a hero, but maybe he does some things. I wanted a guy who felt cool. That's really what it is. I wanted a guy who really just felt cool from the name all the way to, his actions and his success and his legacy. So
Vengo, I do think the name is super cool. But do you consider him more of an antagonist, would you say? Because I feel like he's so intense and we love him. We love him for it, but it's giving villain a little bit. Do you agree?
Well, I mean, if you read the book, so
yeah.
he's not a villain. He does what needs to be done to create the legacy that he creates. He's not an antagonist. You know who the antagonist is, and if you haven't read the book, I'm not going to say who the antagonist is, but Freddie Vengo is very well. He's very much the protagonist in this story, and despite the dark things he does, he does he does quite a few good things, I think, as well.
But terrible stuff as well, right?
Again, the character does what he needs to do to create the legacy that he needs to create.
We love it. The other question I wanted to ask, so he's very complex. Is he you? Because a lot of, writers, they'll write their big character, their career defining character based on themselves. Do you see yourself in Freddie Vengo?
It's funny. A lot of people have asked me that.
Yeah. Ooh, hydration. Let's do it. Love it.
And the thing about Freddie is he's really no different than any of my characters that I create, which each one of them does have. Oh, sorry.
Don't worry.
Is it still on?
Yeah. No, we're good. Yeah.
Each one of them does have, I would say, a piece of me, but I wouldn't say, my characteristics. Each character I write takes a part of me that could be a fantasy side or fictional side in an alternate universe.
Whoa. That's kind of meta, kind of crazy, kind of deep, right?
Well,
yeah,
I'm a writer.
Well, that's cool, right? And also it's set, why is it set in Mars, which is totally different, interesting. It's giving Dune, which I like. What was that about?
Well, it's nothing like Dune, I can tell you that.
Well, yeah, I read it, but it's still Mars, right?
Yeah, it's Mars. But the reason I thought the story would be interesting if it was on Mars was because I felt like Mars was the most relatable planet
Whoa.
in our system.
Okay.
I mean, when we as humans, when we think of a planet other than Earth, I think majority of us think of Mars, and I think as we are, since we have had our first trip to Mars already,
Yeah.
I think that now it's becoming a little more digestible, the idea that we will have
The potential.
civilization on Mars.
The potential of life.
Well, no,
I kind of like that.
civilization, like we're putting humans on Mars.
Yeah.
So, because taking a trip there really changed everything. So I think building a story on the fact that we've already been there, is probably my biggest inspiration.
Cool.
Yeah.
Other question that I have. Are we going to get a part 2 soon? It's been about 7 years since you wrote this book, and still nothing, right? The world is really asking for it. I mean, we have probably the potential here for, like, this is kind of like a Twilight, like a Harry Potter. Like, this is huge, right? Everyone's dying to see what's going to happen next. So, part 2? 7 years is a long time, right?
It's been 4 years, but I can tell you, I can tell you that I'm sorry, I've just talked about this a lot. Pretty much every interview I've ever been in, someone has asked me where this
we have such a wide and huge audience, so this is just...
And I'm sure the people listening have already heard what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say
we're just
it
so
again.
excited. You know, we just really want to know, like, it's like, maybe it's me, it's like the fan in me that is just so ready for an answer, you know?
So I have a creative process.
Yeah.
And the way my creative process works is I can't just, get in there and just write. I have to feel the inspiration hit me. And when it does, I'm compelled to write the words on the page. So that being said, the second book is coming, but I can't tell you exactly when.
Okay. Open-ended. That's totally fine. But, maybe now that we're getting a little bit more into your career, a little bit more, I think there's a lot of curiosity out there. I mean, I'm super curious. It's been a while. We haven't heard from you in a while. Hollywood, you know how it is. You're out of the limelight for about 2 years, and nobody remembers your name, right?
Jenna, just because I'm out of the limelight doesn't mean, things aren't happening. When you're out...
Is that the process? You have like a specific process? You have to go away, be a hermit for years in order to create something?
So I wouldn't call it...
is?
No, I wouldn't call it being a hermit and whatever you said, but yeah, I have a process, and like every other successful writer out there who would create something as big as this, I can tell you right now, all of our processes are different, and we're never judged on any of our processes or when the product comes out, because when it does, it's worthwhile.
Yeah.
It's worth the wait. So I think we can move on from that, because that's pretty much the same answer I've given everyone, and I'm sticking to it. That's what's happening.
Do you think that, maybe it has a lot of the stuff that came out, the personal issues with your past relationships and some, financial issues that came about, lawsuits, things like that. Do you think that's kind of hindering the creative process?
I'm sorry.
What?
Did we...
Sorry.
Didn't Chester send you something? You shouldn't be talking about this kind of stuff. Can we just move on?
Yeah, I know, but we're like so open. Like, our podcast is like super chill.
I don't really want to talk about
Nobody
that.
really, it's not a big deal.
Everyone already knows what the thing is. I just don't think we should be talking about that. Everyone already knows I went through it.
Okay.
It's
totally fine.
It
Totally
was not cool. I had a divorce. It was infringement.
Are you dating? Are you with somebody right now? Like, what's going on with that? Because the divorce was pretty nasty, right? Is that...
Yeah, the divorce was nasty. I'm not dating anybody now. I'm not dating anybody.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I just feel like you're so talented. We want more. And it feels like...
Thank you.
Is this over? Are you...
Is what over?
you know, a lot of writers, they'll have this massive success initially, and then it's done, you know? Do you think it's done?
What do you mean done? What is done?
Oh, like, I mean, like, your writing career and stuff like that. Like, do you think you're just, like,
no,
disillusioned?
no, the second book is on the way.
Okay.
My writing career is not done.
It's been, like, 7 years.
You asked me on this... Why did you ask me on this podcast?
Oh, because we love the novel.
Yeah, it's a great book. Can we stick to the questions that he sent to you, please? This is not what we talked about ahead of time.
David, I don't know what you want me to say. We can cut it. I don't know, but are you okay?
I'm fine. I just why can't you just stick to the questions that we said? Jenna, come on.
I just feel like I wanted to get deeper, you know. It's okay. I mean, we can take a break. Do you want to take a break? We can take a little break. Can we?
No, I just don't even want to do this anymore.
Wait.
No, it's
no,
all good.
Steven. Oh, come on.
No. You know what?
Come on. Steven, it's a podcast. Oh, come on. Steven, it's a podcast.
I haven't done a podcast in 3 years for a fucking reason.
This is literally the most famous podcast. You know how many fucking people listen to my podcast? Okay, walk away. Fucking loser. That's ridiculous. David, that's fucking ridiculous. Do we have anything else set for today? Can we get somebody else? Is Julia Fox, like, is she available? Can we just get her? This is fucking stupid. Just call Julia Fox. Yeah, she'll be available. It's fucking nuts. Oh my god. Well, you guys, we took a little break there. Let me put my headphones back on. Hold on. That was crazy. Really sorry, you guys. We're gonna have to edit some of that stuff, but what a weirdo. Jesus Christ. I'm over here trying to, like, I don't know, like, tell him how much we love the book and everything, and he just freaked out. So we're going to end it right there. We're going to have another guest for you guys today, and that's it. Love you guys. We'll see you on the next episode. Bye.